Good afternoon, everybody. Excuse my charts for now. We'll just leave it a little messy for a sec. So we've got the Bitcoin CME gap. Have a look at them. These are the two existing gaps. So they're the two CME gaps above us. There's another one below, but I haven't marked that in because I think these ones are more important to talk about. I'm not sure how long they're going to stay there. They could be there for a while. They could be gone really quickly. I'm going to move them in a second, but that's where they are in comparison to price. So you can see we've pushed up over the weekends. The CME's closed on Saturday morning, about here. Yep, exactly there. And then price actions moved down. CME opened up this morning here. So now there's a big gap there. And we've got that one up there from before. So they're two decent sized gaps as well, which is interesting. So close together. So we've got to contend with that. All right, let's start fresh. Rightio. So we've got a 4-hour chart. Still in a continuous trend up. We're still in that trend. We've broken supply. We've found demand. So we're looking for demand. And the idea is break supply, find demand. So we've found demand. We've now created another external supply on the outside. Zooming out, you can see still building our steps up. And the question is, are we going to break one down tonight? All right, so it's a very possibility. But USA market, I'm keeping trading to an absolute bare minimum today until US stock market opens tonight. And we'll start trading tomorrow. It's quite a profitable weekend. It was pretty good. Anyway, so we've lost the MAs now on the high time frame on the 4 hour. So bias is still long, but you can see the numbers coming down 59. So the 1 hour, we're now in a short. So it's saying short. We've created a supply above. So this is the new external 1 hour. And we've also created another supply inside the range. That's downward pressure. We've lost the MAs. And important to note here that we're looking for a retest on this line. All right, so don't just jump into shorts. You've got to wait for confirmation. So the confirmation is obviously there's our breaker, there's our reclaim. There's no retest of that line. Okay, supply's been tested, but that hasn't. Now, if we break down, there's no reason we can't come back up. So still tight stops. You need to see a level secured. We haven't got a level secured other than that supply. And if you were to short that now, your stop loss is way too big. Or in our system, your stop loss is way too big because if you'd have to put it above that vector, above that supply for our system. When we get down to the 15-minute, you can have a look at a scalp. We'll have a look at a scalp, but you can clearly see that 1 hour, we've also built our steps up, and now we're starting to pour ceiling on top. All right. So ceiling is either there for fuel or resistance. At this stage, I'm thinking it's resistance, and as I've been saying, I'm looking for price to come down a fair bit still yet before moving up. But we've now got levels. We've got good structures now that we can see supplies and demands. We're trading within them. They give us the direction. We know which way we're going. So at the moment, we're still neutral, right? But this is flipped bearish. So I'm kind of leaning more neutral. I'd like to see a level tested. So bears haven't regained the chart yet, but it's not looking good for the bulls at the moment. So if we look at this level, and you can see there's a breaker, but it hasn't been reclaimed. So to reclaim the chart for the bears, they need to break this demand or retest that level, or reclaim the breaker and retest that level. Because that one's 75% done. This is only 25% done. So if we can see this dump here that cleaned out this vector. So that's all the liquidity inside this range taken. I'd like to see a dump down and come and get this liquidity. So that's my plan, unless proven otherwise. So far, it's going to plan. We've got external supplies again. That's just the start. Okay. We've got a second lot of supply underneath external. So for mine, we'll start knocking out demands, coming back, create another supply. Knock out a demand, come back, create another supply. Knock out a demand. Depends how far down we go. If we go down at all. But we're going to find out in this range somewhere here anyway. So keep your scout stops tight if you're shorting or if you're long, even if you're longing. But yeah, we'll have a look at what's on offer on the 15-minute. So I think I said yesterday I'm position short. So I'm already short. I've actually taken another one here today, a scout, just to start the week off. And like I said, I'm trading bugger all. I took it here at this this supply, and I'll probably take 25% profit there or close it out. Now, why I took it? There's no breaker structure to the upside. So this little pump here this morning didn't change anything. All it's done is created another supply, which is still downward pressure. Okay, so creating a supply is a good sign. But what I'm looking at is it's come back down inside this range. It's popped up with a vector. This candle here has cleaned out that vector. So as soon as we closed inside the range here and got displacement, I waited for it to come back. It came back, waited for it to close back inside again, and then I entered about there. So I've entered there with my stop loss up here, and it's only a scout. It's only a tiny position. There's a vector there, so I expect it to come back and play around with those MAs for the next 4 hours. What is it? There's another 8 hours, 7 hours until USA open. So London could do anything. London could come up and sweep the highs, push back up of the Asia highs. That's the Asia high there. So I'm looking for the market makers to push up at least after Asia close, which is 5 minutes. Get that vector, maybe pop through supply. Hopefully not, but I'm in it in case they don't. So Asia lows need to be swept. There is, like we said, a lot of liquidity above. We've got CME gaps up here. We've got liquidity from the weekend. We've got liquidity from Friday and last week. It's all still sitting there. So trap set. Don't be a victim. Don't be the don't get liquidated on someone else's account. You want their money. The idea is to extract money from the market, not give it to it. So minimize your risk. But expect a little push up here now. I've actually been following gold a little bit today. So it's really interesting. It hasn't changed the structure either. It's done all this breaking down of the structure. It's pushed up, cleaned out the liquidity. And it's come back down. It's lost the MAs. So it's still playing around in here. So it's still this range. So we're watching this. And I'm going to do a little bit of work on gold versus Bitcoin at the moment because I've just got this gut feeling we're going to have a separation. But I don't have much else for you today. It's Monday, the new weekly candle. Let's have a look at I didn't do that before. Move weekly. Okay. So the weekly candle closed back inside the range, as we said yesterday in the update. We've had all these weeks come down. We've pushed up, we've come down, taken liquidity. 3 weeks in a row, first time since June last year. 3 weeks green in a row. What have we done? We've pushed up, hit the MA, and pulled back and closed back inside that range. So if I haven't got a color for weekly because it's not part of my schedule, so we'll just use the white one. So you can see that candle there cleaned out the liquidity of this candle, completed, closed back inside the range. And now we've pushed up as you do at the start of the most weeks if you're going down. And now we've got a wick on that candle. So it'd be interesting to see how this looks tomorrow to give us the idea if we're going down. Because right now, this is the easy liquidity. This is resting liquidity from ages ago. Going back to January. Yeah. So we'll have a look at gold and Bitcoin and liquidity levels over the next couple of days. But yeah, that's the weekly. We've closed back inside that range. So we're still on a downtrend. There's nothing's changed. All right, well, I got nothing else. First one for the week. And we'll see you on the next one, I guess.